Hello and welcome to another Starcraft 2 Battle Report. This is between Quota, and this is their usernames, Quota and Timeout. And this is also their Starcraft name, so that's very handy. Oh yeah, there's that tip that I mentioned about the workers here. You always want to set that worker rally point right off. Quota also did it. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually the real Quota or not. He might be, he might not. I don't want to be offensive here, but you never know with these guys on the internet. I don't know what the Quota's real name is. If Quota, I know that's his name on YouTube. That's what he calls himself. I don't know if this is the real him or not. Maybe somebody can look up his YouTube channel and see if Quota is actually his real name. This might just be a puppet account or, somebody just trying to be famous. I don't know, though. So, your call. You can believe it or not. Anyways, SCV is putting up a supply depot. Good. It looks like he's going to wall in. Looks like this is going to be a higher tier match. Let's check their APM. 19 to 31. So, I guess Timeout's doing pretty good. Quota's a little bit on the lower end, though. Income-wise, they're about the same. This first Overlord is coming out. He did not do that extractor trick. If you haven't seen my tips and tricks video that I did for this tournament, you really need to go watch that. You'll see a cool trick that you can do with extractors to get 2 extra workers out. Next Overlord is moving out. This one is moving right to the main base. This is something else that I mentioned on the tips and tricks. You always want to have that Overlord moving out. Looks like, I'm sorry, I didn't announce it. Quota is the yellow Terran in the top 12 hand position. And Timeout is in the 6th position as the red Zerg. He does have an extractor going up. No spawning pool? Oh my goodness, he just got a spawning pool. So what is that? That's a 14 pool after an extractor. I have never seen that. If Quota was doing some sort of rush or something, then that would be GG right there. I think that'd be game. I'd love to see a Reaper rush. Would be really cool right now. I don't know if Quota's going to do it or not. I'm going to check his APM again. Okay, so he's got an APM of 20. So he's blocking off with a... Wow, very interesting here. He is walling off with an engineering bay. Maybe somebody could go check his... Oh, gas block. Excellent by Timeout. He really needs to cancel that, though, before it finishes. Quota... Somebody should really go check his YouTube channel and see if that's the real Quota. Because I don't know if a real player would actually block off with an engineering bay. And yes, he is doing the extractor trick, canceling it as soon as it finishes. So check this out. This Marine's going to attack. Timeout's going to be sitting there. So it's building, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be about to finish, gets canceled, and he needs to start another one. There he goes, and he starts another one. You see, that's the way that trick works. You cancel it, but you have your Zergling, you have your guy, as soon as it cancels, you select it and tell it to build another one, and you can keep doing this almost indefinitely. It's an excellent move. It really messes up the Protoss player. Protoss gets so messed up if you do this, because they'll be so far behind. Oh, he actually just let it build that time. Oh well, so didn't get quite out as much of it as he could. Orbital command being put up at 19 supply. Not exactly sure why he walled in with an engineering bay. It doesn't even have as much health as a Rax. And we do see a factory going down, but no second Rax. Not exactly sure why he's not putting down a second Rax. Metabolic boost is going up. That's always a great research. I mean, like, every Zerg has to have that, unless you're doing an Ultralisk Rush, which would be a very interesting thing to pull off. Missile turret going off, so he's obvious. A little bit caution towards Mutalisks. Hatchery is lair is being morphed, so we'll see if he does some sort of cloaked Banshee rush. There's really no calling it at this point. Income tab looks like Timeout is in the lead. Probably. Well, I don't see any mules. Quota. I'm sorry. Quota is behind. Yeah, the more and more I see this, the more and more I doubt that this is actually the real Quota. I don't know, though. I'm not sure. But, I'd be pretty iffy at this point. Anyways, Overlords scouting out random spots in the map. That's nice. Hatchery going down. Very late hatchery. 4 Zerglings here. That's a good move to have those at the expansion. Really, you want to have those Zerglings at the Zelnaga Towers, though. No bunker going down for Quota. Another reason to be suspicious. We do have a starport going out, and he does have those custom, like, scar marks on there. You can see that he must have unlocked some sort of achievement or something. No tech lab, no reactor, though. Really no reason why you shouldn't add a tech lab or a reactor. And so it looks like these two players are going to macro up for a little while, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up since there isn't really much to talk about, and I don't want to bore y'all with nothingness. So it looks like drones being put out here. He's going to saturate this expansion. This expansion is fully saturated. This looks fully saturated. Changeling comes down. Good move. He does get killed, though. Did he just run out of energy, or did something attack him? I'm not sure. Looks like somebody lost something. Did that... I think they might have got that overseer. Anyways, Starport and Factory have no rally point. Oh, let me just check one other thing. Okay, this can't be Quota. He has no hotkeys. So that means he's manually selecting these buildings and actually clicking on it. So that pretty much guarantees this is not Quota. Which, I mean, if he wants to just name himself Quota, that's... Okay, maybe he just wanted to name himself. Maybe he's not an imposter. Maybe he just thought that Quota was such a cool player he wanted to name himself after him, which is a little bit weird. Looks like some sort of attack was fought off there. Sorry, looks like Mutas. Yeah, Mutas, but he did put up missile turrets, so that's not going to do that good. He does have a layer out. I'm going to switch this over to the production tab. Oops, sorry, paused it there. Production tab. Looks like these guys are scouting out really fast-moving Mutalisks. I mean, like, man, look at those guys. Book it. I can barely keep up with them. Concussion shells, infantry levels 2, combat shields, and a Thor being put out, and a command center. So what is that? What is that? Oh, there's a Thor ship. Okay, I'm going to slow this down. Looks like there might be a drop or something going on here. Which, yeah, another Marine goes in there. That'd be a really poor idea right now as these Mutalisks are just going to come in here and own most of his base if he does, because he doesn't have any anti-air turrets over here. Every expansion on the map is being scouted out by Timeout. An excellent move. Look at all these Overlords just running in the midst of nowhere. Aren't loaded up or anything. Anyways, all these Zerglings at this Zone Like a Watchtower. He should really put one guy at this Zone Like a Watchtower just to have it. It looks like he's going to bunch all these guys up in the corner of the map. This is a standard thing for lower tier Zerg players to do. He's totally going to stay out of the Spire, but what else? I really don't know. Looks like that siege tank might get microed down. No, it doesn't. His Mutalisks really need to get over here. Looks like he was being too comfortable, and I don't know which way this is going to go. I mean, he's moving in here. That Queen will definitely go down. The spawning pool go down. This is a major setback. Those Zerglings get right by and will own that siege tank. That siege tank is definitely going to go down. Mutalisks coming in. They need to spread out and take out those Thors. They do not spread out. Those Thors are rocking everything. They will be able to totally take out this hatchery. He does have faster Overlord movement done, but no ventral sacks. These Marines are all healed up. I'm going to switch this. He's only producing 3 workers. He needs to put up like a bunch of spine crawlers or something. Combat shields is done. I don't know why he's not pushing. He really has no reason not to push. Whole bunch of roaches coming right up in here, but it's really not going to do that good, especially since they were on right mouse click, and that thing kills roaches in like 1 hit or something. More roaches being put out. Spine crawler, overseer is out. All these guys are moving around. Nuke that Queen. He's taking the gold expansion. Very good. So if we look at the income tab, he's probably miles in the lead. Yeah, he's miles in the lead. But right now, just doesn't have a standing army enough to take this. That's a bunch of roaches, though. Okay, so here's the classic example of a miserable mistake. Quota did not push. If Quota would have pushed into this base as soon as he finished this assault, he would have completely won and taken out this. Whether he could take out this or not, I don't know. But, oh yeah, Thor there nuking all the workers. This expansion will go down. But I mean, all of those... Where are all those roaches? Oh, here they are, owning his army. All of these roaches would not have been built if he would have pressed in there. Thor goes down, and they will run. Of course, these guys can't hit air. He really needs to get some Banshees out. But no Starport yet. Tech Lab, Reactor Core, Tech Lab, lots of Marauders coming out. Will be pretty strong against those roaches, I think. I think Marauders are strong against roaches. Yell at me in the comments if I'm wrong. Looks like spawning pool going up just now for the first time. He did get this thing morphing into a lair, though, before he lost it, apparently. So he's got a good-sized army here. Most of the expansions are scouted. He is just taking his natural expansion, and his main is almost mined out. He is on a his full expansion and has retaken this one and is mining it again, though it has been damaged. I want to look and see how much is on the army tab. See, I'm just going to check units. Looks like 3 Thors, 13 Marines, and 9 Marauders to 19, yeah, 19 roaches and some zerglings, but these roaches are going to get owned by those Thors. Not going to take a single Thor down. They will press in, and this has to be GG. GG, he says. Good game, he calls. And that is the end of that. Qetu did win, even though he was drastic behind on the income. What could have won the game here is if he wouldn't have lost his main base, if he would have gotten more buildings up and gone to something like Broodlords. Broodlords would have totally owned. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start the next game. So I hope you'll join me again for part 2. So right now, Qetu did win, so that means Timeout gets to pick the next map, and we shall see what map he picks. Thank you for joining me, and join me again for the rest of these games from the RPG.net tournament.